Oh shit, guys, ABB. Let's do it. Yeah. So back with the good mic, because that's where it's at. Don't have a guest today. You know, two days in a row. That never happens. 3 days in a row. Hasn't happened yet. Didn't happen this time. Yesterday was a whole lot of fun for me, the guest, and the relevant chat, but probably no one else. I don't know. Now they're all, you know, flooding into my YouTube channel, and it's great-ish. No, it's fun. Fucking, I did a stream, and somebody popped over, started just saying random shit. That was entertaining. I did a piano stream, and it was good. It was interesting. I don't know, because I wanted to see how good I was, I guess. I don't know. I was gonna fuck around with improv, because that's usually what I do, and that's what I used to do. But then people were like, oh, play this, and then I was like, yeah, I can probably try to look that up and learn it, and I couldn't, because I'm shitty. So I didn't get much improv done. Because in the past, the piano streams I would do wouldn't be on YouTube, and I would get a lot less views, and no one would comment, and I would just play, and people would just sit and listen. But now people, you know, come and comment, and they're like, oh, play this thing, and they're like, oh, why are you so shit? And I'm like, well, because I am, you know? It's kind of how practice works. You gotta be shit to start. Somebody also wanted me to do a drawing stream, specifically because I'm a terrible artist, and I'm keeping it in the back of my mind as an option. And well, it'll look even worse when it's, you know, from my phone, because obviously it's going to be from my phone, but hell, it's an option, you know? So we'll see. I was supposed to get some work done today, didn't. Oops. Kumo's still got a few days left. Shield technically has some episodes that haven't been uploaded yet. Completely Mike's fault. But I was gonna give him more of both, and then I didn't, because I'm a piece of shit who doesn't do anything. But whatever. Oh man. So yeah, as for the mic situation, I think for now I'm just gonna do what I've been doing, because it works, except for when there's a guest. When there's a guest, I think there's just too much going on, and it's less likely to handle it. And when there's a guest, I'm gonna go back to what I used to do, where I just use the video recorder and fuck the mic, because apparently it can randomly fuck up, and also it makes the guest sound a lot quieter, because the speaker has to be, I mean, the speaker is like right next to the mic, and they're as loud as they can get. It just doesn't sound loud because, I don't know, it's an external mic kind of thing. But yeah, so from now on, if there's a guest, old mic. If there's not, new mic. And the age of these things is more dependent on what I've used in videos, because I've had this mic longer than I've had this phone, so it's not at all old. But it's old. Well, what am I saying? No, it's not new. It's not new, is what I meant. The new mic isn't new. It's old. I'm a little shot right now. I don't know. I think I haven't eaten enough. And I just did a stream thing that went for some time. Not very long, but I don't know. I was just fucking around with it, and then shit happened. People hate that laugh, apparently. No, well, I don't care. I think there's enough people that like the laugh to weigh out the handful of people that don't, you know? Like it's 3. So, fucking whatever. I almost completely doubt that more than maybe 2 people from that kick chat will watch this video, just because this is main series, and they're probably only gonna wait for the videos that are relevant to them, which I'm fine with, because we're probably gonna get more, maybe we'll see. Or other people. I should just, I should really embrace this. I don't know why I haven't done this in the past. I don't usually talk about my, about this channel or my show, as I would call it. I guess I'm a bit nervous about it, It does worry me. Like, in order for this to be a thing at all, I need to promote myself, but I also feel super awkward about promoting myself. So I don't, and it's bad that I don't, because fucking this is never gonna be a business. This is never gonna be a thing if I don't. I'm just a little shit, So whatever. But there are like so many of my personal friends just have no idea that I do this, or they know but they don't care, which is fine as well. But I mean, like, there's also the whole thing, like somebody said in the chat, Zeke would be more popular if he didn't play weeb games, and that's completely true, in that a lot of my audience just comes for, or at least from, VC, and then it's like, well, how the hell am I going to get other people involved, And that's where the idea comes from, to maybe in the future, like, make the show not a VC show, but a talk show where I also play anything, Because, well, the idea there came from me playing Soccer Spirits a lot, which I've slowed down a lot off of the initial hype. Barely played yesterday, didn't play at all yet today. Of course, the night's still young, but yeah, so Soccer Spirits, I was like, because Soccer Spirits had already been one to replace VC in past YouTubers, pasts, like VC YouTubers would switch to Soccer Spirits for their videos, and I was like, maybe it's just that good that maybe I'll do that, and I can see where it's at, and it's pretty good, I guess. But I was thinking, if VC is still super boring, 80 days from now, is it, what are we at? Like, are we at 20? We're either at 15 or 25. 15, 16. Today's 16. So, another 80 days, 85 days then, yeah. When the season's over. And then maybe I'll think about, instead of, it really depends what VC is like. If I'm still playing Soccer Spirits, maybe I've found something else. Maybe I have another idea. Honestly, don't know. But that opens up a lot more possibilities for the show. Because the show, it's always been just me talking, and that's what it's about. VC has always been there. It's always been important, but it's always just been there, VC is important for me for the show because VC is very simple, and it's just, I can work it so subconsciously that, it's just there, and it's just like, it's in the back of my mind, and I'm just playing it, and it also helps a bit with the talking, even because, like, there's less of a filter, it's, words are just gonna come right out a lot easier because I'm slightly focusing on something else, and that, that helps with the constantly talking thing. Some people, it's the exact opposite. If they have to do something, they can't talk at all, and I'm like that too with other things, which is like, when I tried to do Minecraft, I couldn't fucking do it because I would either run around talking or do things without talking, and it didn't work. But this game is so perfect. It's the perfect amount of simple, but where I still have to do things, but to where just every little aspect of it just is so subconscious now that it just works so well for this type of show for me personally. And I honestly, I've never tried doing it without VC, but I don't know how it'll go, I feel like I'll have some sort of emptiness Because whenever I stream, I'm doing something. I don't think I've ever done just talking thing, you know, just to sit down and chat. Well, this has always been just to sit down and chat, but it's also been a sit down and chat while playing VC. And that's a lot of fun, but, you know, perhaps for the future, if I do find out that it is possible for me to just talk, then maybe some days I won't be playing a game or something, you know? I don't know. Very well could just be, you know, the Zeke Show, episode 1 to 300, and then the Zeke Show, season 2. I don't know. Because I have the only distinction between the two seasons, besides the playlists, which I don't think have been updated, are the naming schemes. Like the first season was EP dash and then the number, and then this current season is a hashtag and then the number and a no colon. EP dash, I believe, had a colon after it. And I have ideas for the third season already, some that I like, but I don't know how I'm going to translate that into if I'm not even playing VC sometimes. I guess it's possible. Just confuses things a bit. And I mean, there might be some people who are upset about that, but so many people I know just like are not giving a shit about VC or slowing down. It's such a like real thing that's happening. Fucking Jua hasn't played in like a week. He might be doing ABB. I haven't asked. Last time I checked, though, it was like 2 days ago. I asked Peter. He's in his alliance. I asked him last time Jua played, and he said like 6 days, and I asked him like 2 days ago. So I don't know if he's participating in ABB. Sonata was out for a while because he didn't give a shit about Hades, but I saw him in ABB last night, so that's a thing. And so, I mean, Sonata even like said that he would quit before. And he's definitely like he mentioned in how he just doesn't play as much, and barely anybody's playing as much as they used to. It's just I don't know what it is, but it's losing its luster. You know, I've said in the past that I don't ever like that I never saw myself stopping. You know, I would never. I couldn't even fathom a reason for why I would stop. But part of that came more from the enjoyment I get out of doing the videos than from the enjoyment I get out of playing VC. And if I can do the videos in the same way with a okay enough audience size, then we might have to not do VC. Or just switch it up, you know, every now, like whatever the hell I'm feeling that day, that moment. Hold on, I should check the thing. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I started this episode a bit late, but yeah, we'll see what it comes to when it comes to that, because that, again, it's 3 months from now, at least, you know, when the season's over. Season's going to be 300 episodes, no matter what. That's just the fun, arbitrary number I've decided, and that's just how it's going to work. Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people who don't even know that there is a first season, and that's a good thing. The first season is absolute garbage, a lot of it, and that... I honestly want to delete most of it because it discourages a lot of people who come in to try to watch it, because it is so bad that it's just like... Because some people, even if they see 500 videos, they have to start from the beginning, which is always a terrible idea. Especially with this, you know, if I were a smart YouTuber, I would convince everyone that they need to watch... I would convince everyone that they need to watch all of the episodes, you know, because that would give me more views, that would give me more shit. But I'm not a smart YouTuber in that sense. I'm more of a sensible one, and I don't want to be mean to you and tell you that you need to watch every single video, because you don't. There are some that are really good that you may have missed. I talk about that every now and then, you know, some that I think I really like. And like, a lot of the guest episodes are great. Especially the Joie one. I hype that one all the time, but it was a hell of a lot of fun to do. And if you know anything about VC, you'll love it. Bob and John is absolutely terrible, but interesting and pretty funny, because I was ridiculously tired, and half of it's just a big mess, and the other half is a worse mess, and it's pretty entertaining afterward, you know. But in general, like, I don't usually encourage watching all of them. I don't encourage the catching up thing, because it's a shit ton, and just like it's almost unnecessary, unless your goal is to know absolutely everything about, you know, my life and things like that. And I don't know, every now and then I'll end up contradicting myself, because just like my opinions change, you know. I'm not wishy-washy, I'm just malleable in that sort of sense, which is a good thing. Very much a good thing. I don't think anything major has happened yet with that. But yeah, it's good to be malleable. It's bad to be wishy-washy, but it's good to be a little bit, you know, open-minded. Open-minded is the good way to put it. Not gullible, but willing to listen and willing to change is definitely a good thing. Willingness to change is a good thing. Yeah. Being willing to change is a good thing. Willingness to change. Yeah, right. Talking in proper grammar is a good thing. What did I do? I didn't mean to do that. Geez, I don't know. That shit's gonna be at like 4, right? Maybe 3, probably 3. What are we at? What are we looking at? 3, right. Okay, so we'll give it another few minutes, and then we'll knock out another few rows, and then... What battery am I at? 13! Uh-oh. Well, recording audio and video separately puts just a little bit more strain on the battery, which isn't good, but I've got like 4 hours to charge this thing before I even need to produce it, you know? Because I do these slightly earlier. Not even slightly, 4 hours earlier than when I used to do. But, you know, we'll see. Everybody tells me that I can go places, and then I'm like, oh, okay, you know. I don't handle compliments very well. But whatever. I saw a PewDiePie video where he was talking about Fiverr, and I was like, I could do that, and I put myself on Fiverr. I haven't got any things yet, but I don't know. So if you don't know what Fiverr is, it's basically like a freelance thing where you can hire people to do things, or you can be a person that gets hired to do things. And I signed up as a person that gets hired to do things for a voice talent thing. So now you can pay me $5 to say words. Yep. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from that yet, but if you've got $5 and you want me to say words, look up ZekeDilligaf on Fiverr. I'm a little worried now if that chat hears this and they get creative. Because, you know. I mean, obviously I can refuse the job. But if it's fun, then it's fun and I'll do it. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I set everything up dumb, probably. It wanted like a picture, so I just took a selfie right there with a weird smile and a thumbs up and like crazy eyes, and it's just like probably a terrible idea to have done that, because it's massively unprofessional. But I also did a voice clip thing, and I think that's up there. I'm not sure. When I uploaded it, they were like, yeah, we gotta, you know, they said it would be held for review or some shit. So probably somebody looked at it. I don't think I cursed in it, so it's probably good. They wanted a video too, but I was like, what do I need a video for? You know, it wasn't required, but it's possible that people looking would watch the video instead of listen to the file, which means that I should make a video. I'm just a lazy piece of shit. Oops. I feel like I've said that 4 times now. I don't know. I haven't said lazy piece of shit, but I have said piece of shit for a lot of different reasons. And it's bad to put yourself down, you know? Because that shit gets to you mentally. It builds up. It's all subconscious. So maybe I shouldn't do that. But I did. Oops. Oh, yeah, we can do this now. So if you don't know about the Zeke method, I'm sorry. I'll talk about it tomorrow, probably. Because I talk about that like every single fucking time I do an ABB episode. Not even gonna talk. Now it's the one thing that's on my mind and the one thing that I feel like I should talk about, but I won't. Tomorrow. Also gonna talk about psychology tomorrow. Oh god, that's a long running joke actually, because at one point I started to talk a bit about psychology, and then I just fucking oh god, now I want to keep going because I want to tell the rest of this. Well, I can just fucking I started to talk about psychology, and then I noticed like I was running out of time, so I was like, okay, maybe tomorrow we'll do a whole episode talking about psychology and shit, because it's interesting. And then just overnight I was thinking, and I was like, I'm not the person to talk about psychology, because I mean, I know some things and I've taken a class, but that's all that I know, and I'm not an expert, and I took the class forever ago, and it's massively interesting, but I don't want to go say things that I'm not certain about. And psychology is one of those tricky things where it's, you know, it's your brain. It's important. If you think weird things about your brain, you might actually start to think weird things about your brain, you know? It's a very confusing subject, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not going to talk about psychology anymore. Like, but then the whole running joke is that I promise to talk about psychology and then don't ever actually. The idea is that I will talk about psychology when I feel that I'm comfortable in a knowledge of and understanding of psychology, and then and only then will I talk about psychology, which could happen never, unless I just decide to do a shit ton of research because I get bored. I do that sometimes, and it is an interesting thing, and I've got some books still. And I might dig into some of that, just for shits and giggles. But for now, at least, don't expect any psychology talks anytime soon, because unless it's like a personal thing, unless we're having like a conversation. If you want to talk dog psychology, if you want to talk about animals and training animals and how animals work, I fucking love that. That's a lot of fun. I talked about animal sex in that fucking kick chat today, just because it randomly came up, and that was fun. I know a thing or two about various animal sex things, you know. Like the octopus, I think it's I want to say the second tentacle on his right, either his right or his left. I want to say his left now. The second tentacle on his left actually has a penis on the end of it. Like, that's his penis. The end of that is his penis. And the quote unquote vagina on the female is kind of like on the head, in the back, and he just kind of sticks it in there, and then that's it, you know. I showed a diagram, or like a little image there, in Mike's chat, I guess it was, and Mike was like, so he sticks his finger in her ear and she's pregnant. I'm like, yep, because that's what it looked like. It's generally, you know, where the ear would be, and that's just he just sticks his finger in the ear. That's all there is to it. But no, animals are interesting. What's that? Oh, what's that one sea creature with the like ridiculously massive penis? I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I shouldn't talk about animal penises. I don't know. I think on YouTube it's like completely fine, right? Like animal genitalia is like completely within YouTube's guidelines. Pretty sure. I just remember seeing dolphin vagina on Game Grumps once, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. Dolphins are interesting too, but maybe more on that tomorrow. Oh god. Now I have to. Well, no. Dolphins are the only other mammals that mate for pleasure. Is the interesting thing. Dolphins, when they have sex, it's an emotional thing. It's like, because any other mammal don't really have like pleasure receptors. You know, humans have pleasure receptors. We have really sensitive spots, and that's, you know, genitalia mostly. You know. Other animals don't, except for the dolphins. 'Cause dolphins are very interesting just in general, because they're ridiculously smart. You know, they're pretty much the humans of the sea. They have their own way of communicating, though rudimentary still is a way of communicating, and they can understand a lot of tricks and things. Oh man, I'm not a marine biologist, so I just know bits and things. I know bits and things about a lot of different things. Like my mom asked me about heroin today. What's that story, Zeke? Not a big deal at all. Just apparently she knows somebody who was dealing with it, and they were talking about it. My mom was like, "What do you know about heroin?" And I was like, "Fucking not very much." You know, I don't know anybody who does that. I think the most I know of heroin is fucking shit I saw in Breaking Bad, and that wasn't even heroin. That was meth. There was one. There's like the one character who did heroin for a time. I think that was heroin. Yeah. Don't fuck with heroin, guys. There are a lot better ways to deal with stress than drugs. Especially don't fuck with heroin or any of the heavy shit. Unless you're an idiot who wants to throw away his life. Yep, that's a great note to end this episode on. Take care of yourself.